Hey guys, Future Editing Katie here. I was originally going to tell my backstory in chronological order, but as always, my mental health needs to be the top priority, and there's some parts of my story that I feel more ready to share than others. So this isn't going to be quite as chronological as I had originally hoped, but I think it's the right way to do it in terms of managing my mental health. So yeah, thanks for watching. All right, bye. Okay, this is being filmed November 24th, 2025, and this is another chapter in the cult part of my story, and I call this chapter Magic and Illusion. So, sometime in, I think, 2013, this documentary started making the rounds. It was called The Finger of God, and it was produced by the Bethel School of Supernatural Ministry. And I thought I was going to take the story I'm about to tell you to the grave, but then I found Bethel survival and whistleblower Jubilee Dawn. I will link her stuff down below. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not crazy for this reason anyway. No, like this documentary was a thing. There are other people who have been through all this. Like, okay, I can tell my story now. So it's a documentary about, these miraculous things that God has done, making feathers fall from the sky, randomly putting diamonds and jewels in various places in churches, and this was supposedly happening all over the world. And what am I trying to say? Give me a minute. By this point in my cult-iverse timeline, I had made a lot of enemies for calling shit out and, not being on board with stuff. And I watched this documentary to get a few people in particular off my back. Like, they were on my case about watching it for a long time. I don't even know when it was made, but it was basically demanded that I watch it. And you have to understand, there were a lot of things I read and watched, not because I liked it or expected to agree with it, but because, like, I needed to get this person off my back. So I watched, I think, most of this, and I'm thinking, this is just a series of fucking magic tricks. I am going to find a way to prove it. Like, this is all hokum. Like, I am going to figure out a way to debunk all of this. And this sounds so crazy, but it's gonna sound less crazy to people who have lived it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are gonna be so many people out there who will hopefully see this and be like, oh my God, I thought I was the only one. So, I, started brainstorming, like, how am I going to prove this? Like, what am I going to do? Like, I need something that I can present to someone, like, in person, to show them this is all bunk and I have proof. And so I'm just kind of keeping an open mind. And I kept thinking of this line in this little leaflet that came with my magic kit that I got for my 8th birthday. It said, "The trick to magic and illusion is to distract the audience from what you are actually doing." And they picked the wrong girl to mess with, because I'll tell you what I did. So I kind of went back and forth on this idea of like, how I'm going to prove it to them. And I was at Michael's buying yarn, and I was looking through like one of their clearance bins where you can find all manner of things, and there's a lot of times there's yarn in there. So I was sorting through this big bin, looking for yarn, and then I see it. A bag of plastic gems, just like the ones in the documentary. And I'm thinking, oh, I've got them. This is it. This is how I'm going to do it. So I bought 2 packs of these gems from the bin. And I opened one of them. So the packs were this like netting material, and then there was like cardboard packaging at the top with like the brand name and all that. You can picture what I mean. So one of the packages I just left unopened with all of that information on there, so you can see where the little plastic gems come from. And then the other one I cut open and I put them in a Ziploc bag, with the intent of like, here, see them, touch them. They're not real. This is all a lie. And this is the part of the story that is going to make it sound even crazier. You have to understand, I was quite possibly risking my life doing this. And here's why I say that. I can't speak for every single extremist group, but the one I was in loved. I'm getting around the censors. I am not making light of anything, I assure you. And a lot of them bragged about owning. And, there was a serious possibility of, dangerous people within the group finding out that I was doing this. But I was undeterred. Like, at this point, I'm thinking, if I go, I'm gonna go because I did the right thing. Like, this sounds so intense, but this was what it was boiling down to at that point. Like, this is serious stuff. Like, there's a reason, the word extremism is used in describing these groups. So, I don't remember exactly how it timed out, but I was carrying like the bags of gems like in my purse, to show people, and as I expected, it upped the ante with my notoriety, if you will. I basically became church elder enemy number 1 at this point. And the really sad thing is I showed my bags of gems to a few people who were like agreeing that it was hokum, but they were like, we cannot say anything. We can't do anything about this. Like, our safety's at stake. Our lives are at stake. Like, no, like this is not how it's done. And sadly, I think some of those people are probably still trapped. Like, they were so resistant to the idea of at least considering what I was saying, and they were born into this, so I can't say that really surprised me. But that was really how I started kind of trying to break through the bullshit in a very overt, tangible way. 2 bags of gems from Michael's. Plastic gems from a craft store that I carried in my bag. All right. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor and hit the thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Like you try. Oh, bye.